Beloved soul, I come to you with a gentle whisper, a reminder that your journey is about to change, that the place you stand upon now is not the place where you will remain, that the heavens have prepared a new chapter, a new door, a new path. And very soon you will move into it. But before you step forward, child of light, you must loosen your hands from certain weights. You must release what no longer serves your highest good, for the next place requires you to be lighter, freer, clearer, so that you may walk without chains around your spirit. I will tell you now of the 7 things you must leave behind. Not with fear, but with trust, for when you leave them, you will not be empty. You will be filled with something greater. You will be filled with peace, with purpose, with divine alignment. First, beloved, you must leave behind the voices of doubt. How long have you carried them, like shadows that whisper in your ear? How many times have you heard the echo that says you cannot, that you are too late, too weak, too broken, too small? These voices are not from heaven. They were born from fear, from pain, from wounds that were never yours to own. Release them. Now let them fall away like dry leaves in the wind, for the path ahead of you is one that only faith can walk, and doubt has no room in the land of your new beginning. Second, my dear one, you must leave behind the weight of guilt. How many nights have you replayed the mistakes of your past? How often have you chained yourself to the memory of choices you cannot undo? Hear me clearly. Heaven has never condemned you. What you call failure, the divine calls experience. What you call shame, the divine calls lessons. You are not meant to live looking backward. You are meant to rise, to step forward, to let forgiveness wash you clean. Let go of guilt, for the home of your soul is not in regret. It is in redemption. Third, you must leave behind the people who drain your spirit. Yes, you love them. Yes, you care. But some connections were only meant for a season, not a lifetime. Some hearts cannot walk with you to the place where you are going. You cannot carry their weight and yours together. You cannot sacrifice your peace to keep what heaven has already asked you to release. Bless them, forgive them, but walk forward without them. The journey ahead requires strength, and your strength cannot be wasted on those who refuse to rise with you. Fourth, beloved, you must leave behind the fear of being seen. You have hidden your gifts for too long. You have dimmed your light so others would not feel uncomfortable. You have silenced your voice so the world would not notice you. But heaven did not create you to remain hidden. You are a vessel of light, and light cannot remain under a shadow. The place you are moving to will call for your courage. It will require you to step out, to shine, to speak, to be known not for ego, but for truth. Leave behind the fear of being seen, for you were made to be a reflection of heaven's glory. Fifth, leave behind the obsession with control. You have tried to plan every detail, to predict every outcome, to build safety in knowing exactly how the road will unfold. But the journey before you is not meant to be mapped by your mind. It is meant to be walked in surrender. Control is heavy, but trust is light. Release your need to control every step, and instead, let your steps be guided. For the one who leads you knows the way, and every detail you worry about has already been written with care. Sixth, you must leave behind the comparison that steals your joy. How often have you looked at others and felt less? How often have you measured your worth by the progress of another soul? This is not heaven's way. You were not created to mirror another's journey. You were created with a design so unique that no one else can walk it. Your timing is yours. Your blessings are yours. Your destiny is yours. Release comparison, for it blinds you from seeing the miracle that your life already is. And seventh, beloved, leave behind the fear of change itself. You have prayed for something new, but when it comes, you hesitate, you tremble, you wonder if you are ready. Listen to me. Heaven would not open this door if you were not prepared. You are ready. You are capable. You are chosen for this. Change is not your enemy. It is your invitation to growth. Your invitation to step into the life you once only dreamed of. Now that you know the 7 things you must leave behind, I will walk with you through each of them more deeply, so that you may not only hear my words but feel them, so that the release becomes real in your heart, so that you may step forward without looking back. Let us return to the first, the voices of doubt. They come in whispers, don't they? Whispers that sometimes sound like your own voice, but they are not you. They are the residue of past wounds, the echoes of those who could not see your light, the lies planted by fear itself. Every time you believed them, you dimmed yourself a little more. Every time you obeyed their false authority, you delayed the blessings meant for you. But hear me now, doubt cannot follow you into the land of your promise. The place you are moving to requires a stronger faith, a faith that believes before it sees, a faith that holds on when evidence is lacking, a faith that declares, if heaven has spoken, it will be. When you feel doubt rising again, do not argue with it. Do not reason with it. Simply remind it, you are not my truth. For your truth is divine, and your truth has already been written in light. Now let us walk into the second, the weight of guilt. I see the way you carry it in silence, smiling outwardly, but chained inwardly, holding memories like stones in your chest, believing that you deserve less because of your past. But the truth, beloved, is that your past is already forgiven. Every tear, every regret, every wrong step, they are already covered in grace. Heaven never asked you to punish yourself forever. Heaven asked you to rise. Every scar you bear is not a sign of shame, but a sign that you survived. Every lesson learned is not proof of failure, but proof of growth. Do not keep punishing yourself for being human. Do not keep revisiting the prison of yesterday. Your soul is meant to walk free. Now we arrive again at the third, those who drain your spirit. It is not easy, I know. Your heart is tender, and you do not like to let go. But some souls do not walk in alignment with you anymore. Some only take but never give. Some only criticize but never support. Some only love you when you are convenient. And yet, you hold on, afraid of loneliness, afraid that letting them go means losing love. But love does not harm you. Love does not drain you. Love does not diminish your light. If it hurts you constantly, if it steals your peace, it is not. Love it is a tether meant to be cut. Release them gently, and trust that heaven will bring those who truly belong. The ones who uplift, who strengthen, who walk with you, not just when you shine, but also when you fall. Now let us touch again the fourth, the fear of being seen. Do you not know, beloved, that you were created to shine? Do you not realize that? Your light is not yours alone. It was given to you so that others may find hope. When you hide, when you shrink, when you silence yourself, the world is deprived of the healing you carry. It is not arrogance to stand in your light. It is obedience. The divine placed gifts inside you, gifts that are not for you to bury, but for you to share. Yes, people will talk. Yes, some will misunderstand. But you were never meant to live by their approval. You were meant to live by divine assignment. Rise, beloved. Step into your visibility. Shine without apology, for your presence is a message someone desperately needs. Now hear me as I speak of the fifth, your obsession with control. I see you mapping out every detail, trying to protect yourself from disappointment. I see you overthinking, replaying, planning, holding tightly to outcomes that are not even yours to decide. But child, do you not know? Control is an illusion. The more you try to hold, the heavier you become. The more you resist uncertainty, the more you suffer. Heaven asks you to release the need to know everything, and instead, trust the one who knows all. There is peace in surrender. There is strength in yielding. There is freedom in trusting that you are carried. You are not alone in this. You are guided in ways your eyes cannot see. Now let us go deeper into the sixth, the poison of comparison. You see another's journey and believe you are behind. You see another's blessing and believe you are less. But beloved, every soul has its own divine clock. Just because another blooms today does not mean your garden is barren. It only means your season is different. Would you ask a rose why it does not bloom in winter? Would you accuse the moon of failure because the sun shines brighter? No, you would understand that each has its time. So why not extend the same grace to yourself? Your life is unfolding exactly as it should, not late, not early, but right on time. And now, the seventh, the fear of change. It is the greatest thief of destiny, for it convinces you to stay where it is safe, even when safe has become suffocating. It whispers, better the comfort of what you know than the uncertainty of what you don't. But what you know has already finished its purpose. It has nothing more to give you. To stay is to shrink, to move is to grow. Do not be afraid of the unknown, for heaven has already prepared it. Every new place you are called to enter is already waiting for you with open arms. You are not walking into emptiness. You are walking into fullness. Beloved, now that I have shown you the 7 things to leave behind, let me take you by the hand and walk you through the doorway itself. For moving into your new chapter is not only about release, it is about preparation, alignment, and readiness. Of spirit. Release is not lost, child. Release is clearing space. Release is opening your hands so you may receive what is greater. Release is not the end of you. It is the unfolding of you. When you let go of doubt, you are not left in emptiness. You are filled with a confidence that cannot be explained, a trust that carries you when logic fails, a knowing that does not come from the mind but from the soul. And in this knowing, you will no longer hesitate when heaven whispers. You will no longer ask, can I? But instead say, I will. The land you are moving into needs this kind of faith, because without it, you would shrink back at the very first challenge. But with it, you will rise every time. When you release guilt, you make space for freedom. Do you know what freedom feels like, beloved? It feels like breathing deeply after years of shallow breaths. It feels like walking without the chains around your ankles. It feels like lifting your face to the light without shame. It feels like rest, true rest, where you do not need to perform, where you do not need to hide, where you do not need to punish yourself anymore. For every guilt you lay down, heaven gives you a crown of grace. For every burden of shame you release, heaven wraps you in dignity again. And when you let go of those who drain you, you make space for those who carry you. Do you not know that heaven has assigned souls to your journey? Souls who will love you without condition, who will celebrate your wins and weep with your tears, who will remind you of your light when you forget. But they cannot enter while your heart is filled with those who only take. You must make space. You must unclench your hands, so the ones heaven has prepared can finally arrive. When you release, you are not alone. You are simply clearing the doorway for the right ones to walk in. When you step out of hiding, when you release the fear of being seen, you make space for your true self to emerge. Do you not feel how much your soul longs to be expressed? You were not created to wear masks forever. You were not created to shrink and stay invisible. There are hearts waiting for your story, lives waiting for your gifts, eyes waiting for your light. And every time you choose to stand boldly, you are not only freeing yourself, you are giving others permission to do the same. The place you are moving into requires your courage, but courage is not the absence of fear. It is moving forward even when fear whispers in your ear. And when you surrender control, when you release the need to know every detail, you will discover the peace of trust. Trust feels like floating on waters that will never let you sink. Trust feels like resting in arms that will never drop you. Trust feels like walking in darkness, but knowing the light will appear at the right time. You do not need to hold every answer. You only need to hold faith. Every detail of your tomorrow is already in divine order. Do you not know that heaven is always ahead of you? That while you are still in today, the path of tomorrow has already been prepared? Trust this and walk lightly. When you let go of comparison, you make space for gratitude. And gratitude is the soil in which miracles grow. The more you see your own blessings, the more you honor your own journey, the more your life expands with abundance. Comparison shrinks you, but gratitude enlarges you. Comparison blinds you, but gratitude sharpens your vision. Beloved, you are not less than anyone. You are not behind. You are exactly where you are meant to be, and your journey is unfolding beautifully, even if you cannot see it yet. And finally, when you let go of the fear of change, you make space for transformation. Change is not the end of you, it is the making of you. It is the stretching of your soul, the growth of your spirit, the expansion of your destiny. Yes, it feels uncomfortable. Yes, it feels uncertain. But what if I told you that everything you have prayed for is waiting for you on the other side of change? Would you still hesitate? Or would you run into it with arms open wide? Heaven is telling you now, do not fear it. You are ready, even if you do not feel it. You are equipped, even if you doubt it. You are prepared, even if you think you are not. Walk boldly, beloved, for the new has already been written with your name on it. Beloved soul, now that we have walked through what must be released, let me show you what awaits when your hands are empty, when your heart is clear, when you are no longer bound to the things that once weighed you down. For heaven never asks you to surrender without reason, never asks you to let go without preparing something greater in return, never asks you to walk away without promising a better path ahead. Every release is an exchange, and every surrender opens the door for a blessing you could not hold before. When you leave doubt behind, heaven clothes you in clarity. You begin to walk with a certainty that surprises even you. You begin to speak with a boldness that silences every fear. The same places where you once trembled, you will now stand strong. The same doors you once hesitated to knock upon, you will now open with confidence. Faith will no longer be a struggle. It will become your natural way of breathing, because doubt will no longer have a seat at your table. When guilt is gone, you discover joy again. Do you not remember what joy feels like, beloved? It is the laughter of your soul, the song that rises when shame has no more power, the freedom to wake each morning without the burden of yesterday. Heaven does not look at you through the lens of your past. Heaven sees you through the lens of who you are becoming. You are not stained, you are radiant. You are not broken, you are whole. You are not condemned, you are beloved. Every time guilt tries to return, remind it, I am forgiven, I am free, I am no longer yours to hold. When you step away from those who drain you, you find your energy returning. You begin to wake without the heaviness that once clouded your days. You begin to hear your own thoughts again, to feel your own dreams again, to breathe in peace without interruption. And soon, you will see new faces enter, souls aligned with your spirit, hearts who do not compete with your light, but add to it. The ones heaven sends will not pull you down, they will rise with you. And when you look back, you will realize you did not lose people. You made room for family that was chosen by heaven itself. When you let go of hiding, when you step into the courage of being seen, a new chapter begins. No more shrinking, no more silencing, no more dimming your light to keep others comfortable. You were not created to blend in. You were created to stand out in divine beauty. The world does not need another copy. The world needs the original you. Your story, your gifts, your presence, these are not accidents. They are assignments. And when you show up fully, the world shifts around you, because light always shifts the atmosphere. When control is released, peace floods in. Do you feel how much lighter you become when you stop holding so tightly? Your shoulders relax, your breath deepens, your heart stops racing with worry. And in that peace, you begin to notice the gentle guidance of heaven. You begin to see signs you once overlooked. You begin to trust nudges you once ignored. Life becomes less about forcing and more about flowing. Less about striving and more about receiving. Less about pressure and more about presence. And in that flow, you discover that everything you once tried to control was already being cared for in love. When comparison is released, you awaken to gratitude. And gratitude transforms everything. A simple meal becomes a feast. A quiet morning becomes a blessing. A small victory becomes a celebration. Suddenly, you no longer crave another's path, because you can see the beauty of your own. Suddenly, you no longer measure yourself by another's pace, because you are content in your timing. Gratitude gives you eyes to see abundance where once you only saw lack, and abundance attracts even more abundance. Do you not know, beloved, that the key to joy is not having more, but seeing more in what you already have? And when the fear of change is finally surrendered, you will discover adventure. Your life will no longer be about repeating the old, but about embracing the new. No longer about clinging to safety, but about daring to grow. No longer about resisting seasons, but about flowing with them. And in that flow, you will see that every change was not against you, but for you. That every ending was not destruction, but redirection. That every unknown was not a threat, but an invitation. And when you arrive in your new place, you will say, I see it now. Every step, every change, every shift, it was leading me here. Beloved, hear me now. The journey of moving forward is not just about letting go. It is about stepping into alignment with who you truly are. For too long you have lived half asleep, carrying weights that dulled your spirit, walking roads that were not truly yours, but heaven is calling you into awakening. Heaven is calling you into clarity. Heaven is calling you into the fullness of your divine design. Do not think for a moment that this shift is small. It is not. It is not a minor adjustment, it is a rebirth. And with every rebirth comes labor. With every rebirth comes the trembling of what was, and the emergence of what is becoming. Do not resist this birth within you. You have prayed for new beginnings. You have cried for a fresh chapter. You have whispered in the night, please let this not be all there is. And the heavens heard you. That is why the doors are moving now. That is why the winds are shifting. Now, that is why everything familiar feels like it no longer fits. Do not fear this discomfort. It is not punishment, it is preparation. It is heaven shaking loose the things that no longer serve you, so you can finally walk into the place that was always meant for you. Child of light, let me remind you again, you are not unworthy of this new chapter. You are not too late. You are not too broken. You are not disqualified. The very things you thought disqualified you are the very things that prepared you. The wounds you carry are not curses, they are wisdom. The tears you cried are not wasted. They are seeds of compassion. The battles you fought are not shameful. They are proof of your strength. So when the new door opens before you, do not shrink. Do not say, why me? Say, of course me. For heaven has written your name on this chapter, and no one else can claim it. Do not worry about the road being perfect. It will not be. Even in the new, there will be challenges. Even in the promise, there will be tests. But do not confuse challenges with abandonment. The divine does not open a door only to leave you standing alone inside it. The same presence that carried you through the wilderness will carry you through the land of promise. The same hand that guided you through endings will guide you through beginnings. You will never walk a single step without heaven beside you, beloved. Let me speak to the part of you that hesitates. The part that wonders if you should wait a little longer. The part that says, maybe I am not ready. Hear me clearly. Hesitation is the cousin of fear. It delays what is already prepared. It keeps you circling where you should already be flying. There's no need to wait anymore. You are ready, you are equipped, you are capable. Do not let the enemy of fear disguise itself as wisdom. True wisdom is trusting the timing of heaven, and heaven says the time is now. So rise, beloved. Lift your face. Lift your spirit. Lift your faith. Do not drag your feet through this transition. Step boldly. Step with confidence. Step with thee. Knowing that you are guided, that the way is already paved before you, that you are stepping into the chapter you were created to live. Do not be surprised when some things fall away quickly. Do not be alarmed when certain doors close suddenly. This is not chaos, it is divine order. When heaven says move, it will cut away everything that tries to hold you back. Do not mourn the closed doors, for every closed door is protection. Do not cling to the fading chapters, for every ending is the beginning of something greater. Beloved, you are stronger than you know. You are braver than you believe. And you are more loved than you can imagine. The world may have told you otherwise, but the heavens do not lie. And the truth is this: you were made for this moment. You were made to rise. You were made to walk into the new with courage, to carry the lessons of the past, but not the chains. So let the chains fall now. Let the weight slip away. Let your heart exhale. For the journey before you is light, and the blessings before you are abundant. Beloved one, the path you are stepping onto is not ordinary, it is sacred. It is the answer to prayers you have whispered in secret, the fulfillment of dreams you buried beneath fear, the unfolding of promises that felt delayed but were never denied. You are not moving by accident. You are being led by divine design. Every step has been written. Every turn has been considered. Every detail has been arranged with love. Do not let the old shadows whisper otherwise. Do not let the voice of fear convince you that you are walking alone. If you could see with heavenly eyes, you would see the light surrounding you now. You would see the angels going before you. You would see that the road ahead is not empty, but filled with divine order. But hear this, beloved, you cannot step into this new season carrying what is heavy and expired. This is why the letting go matters so deeply. Because the new will not fit into hands that cling to the old. The blessing cannot pour into a cup already full of yesterday's pain. You must empty yourself so heaven can fill you again. Do not be afraid of the emptiness that comes in transition. Yes, when you release the voices of doubt, there will be quiet. Yes, when you release guilt, there may be a silence where shame once shouted. Yes, when you release draining relationships, there may be loneliness at first. Yes, when you step into visibility, there may be trembling. Yes, when you surrender control, there may be uncertainty. Yes, when you end comparison, there may be stillness. Yes, when you embrace change, there may be unease. But beloved, all of these feelings are not signs of loss. They are signs of cleansing. They are the clearing of the soil so that new seeds may finally take root. Do not misinterpret emptiness. Emptiness is not the end. It is the sacred space where heaven plants the new. Soon, the voices of doubt will be replaced by the voice of faith. Soon, guilt will be replaced by freedom. Soon, draining connections will be replaced by true companions. Soon, fear of being seen will be replaced by boldness. Soon, control will be replaced by peace. Soon, comparison will be replaced by gratitude. Soon, fear of change will be replaced by joy and transformation. Every release leads to a divine replacement, and every divine replacement leads to a fuller life. Beloved, let me remind you of your worth again, for you will need to remember it in the days to come. You are not moving because you stumbled into favor. You are moving because you are chosen. chosen not in arrogance, but chosen in purpose. There is something within you that heaven longs to express, something that cannot stay hidden where you are now. That is why you feel the stirring. That is why nothing feels comfortable anymore. That is why your soul is restless. You are being drawn by destiny itself. Do not resist destiny. It is greater than you imagine. It will not always be easy, but it will always be worth it. It will not always feel familiar, but it will always feel right. It will not always follow your plan, but it will always follow heaven's plan, and heaven's plan is for your good. Beloved, I must also tell you this. There will be tests as you move. Not because heaven wishes to harm you, but because every new season requires proving. You will be asked to show trust when fear tempts you to panic. You will be asked to forgive when anger tells you to hold on. You will be asked to release when attachment begs you to cling. You will be asked to shine when insecurity whispers that you are not ready. But do not despair. These tests are not to break you. They are to strengthen you. They are the polishing of your soul, the refining of your spirit, the shaping of your character, so that when you stand in the fullness of your blessing, you will not only hold it, you will carry it with wisdom. Do not be discouraged if the journey feels heavy at first. Do not be disheartened if the path feels lonely for a season. It is only the shedding, only the stretching, only the making of you. And soon, you will see that everything hard was carving out strength inside of you. Strength you did not know you carried. Beloved, hear the truth once more. You are not walking into lack. You are not walking into failure. You are walking into abundance. You are walking into purpose. You are walking into alignment. You are walking into love. Everything you have been waiting for is closer than you think. And the only thing you must do is keep moving, keep trusting, keep releasing, keep believing. The heavens are with you. The angels surround you. The divine goes before you. You are not moving alone. Beloved, I see you standing at the threshold. One foot still in what is familiar, one foot reaching into what is new. And I know the trembling you feel inside, the mixture of hope and fear, the longing for what is ahead and the hesitation of leaving what is behind. But let me remind you again, you are not stepping into darkness, you are stepping into light. You are not stepping into emptiness, you are stepping into fullness. You are not stepping into danger, you are stepping into destiny. The shift you feel is not random. The stirring you sense is not confusion. It is heaven pulling you forward, calling your spirit into alignment with your future. And though your mind may resist, your soul already knows the way. That is why you feel restless where you are now. That is why you cannot stay comfortable in the old. That is why nothing satisfies you anymore in this chapter. It is because your spirit has already outgrown it. Beloved, growth is not always gentle. Sometimes it feels like stretching. Sometimes it feels like breaking. Sometimes it feels like being poured into a new vessel. But every stretch, every shift, every break is for your rising. Do not confuse discomfort with danger. Do not mistake restlessness for lack. They are only the signs that change is here. Let me speak now to your heart about trust. For trust is the bridge between where you are and where you are going. Without trust, you will stay standing still, paralyzed by what-ifs. But with trust, you will take the step, even if the ground beneath you has not yet appeared. Trust is not blind, it is vision of the soul. It sees what the eyes cannot. It knows what the mind cannot. It believes what logic cannot. And this trust, beloved, is what heaven asks of you now. You may wonder, but what if I fail? And heaven answers, what if you fly? You may whisper, what if I am not ready? And heaven responds, you are ready because I am with you. You may ask, what if the unknown destroys me? And heaven declares, the unknown is where I build you. Do you see, beloved? Every fear has an answer, and the answer is always love. Do not think for a moment that heaven would lead you into harm. Do not think for a moment that the divine would abandon you in the middle of the crossing. Every step has been considered. Every path has been protected. Every detail has been arranged in perfect timing. Your job is not to control it. Your job is to trust it. And let me tell you something holy, something true. There are blessings waiting for you that you cannot even imagine yet. There are connections, opportunities, encounters prepared in your future that will make you weep with gratitude. You will look back one day and say, if I had not trusted, I would have missed this. If I had not moved, I would not be standing here. If I had not let go, I would not be free. Beloved, your new chapter is not only about you. It is about those who will be touched by your light. It is about the hearts that will be healed when you speak. It is about the lives that will be shifted when you rise. It is about the generations that will be changed because you said yes. Do not underestimate the weight of your obedience. When you move, you do not move alone. You carry others with you. Your courage will give birth to courage in them. Your freedom will unlock freedom in them. Your rising will become their inspiration. This is why the heavens urge you to leave behind what no longer serves you. Not because heaven wishes to strip you bare, but because heaven longs to clothe you in greater purpose. Not because you are being punished, but because you are being positioned. Not because you are losing, but because you are being led to win in ways eternal. So take the step, beloved. Take it trembling if you must. Take it slowly if you must. But take it. Do not stay at the doorway forever. Do not waste the invitation by clinging to what is fading. Cross the threshold, step into the new, and watch the unfolding of a story only heaven could write. And as you go, remember this above all, you are not leaving alone. You are carried, you are guided, you are protected. You are loved without measure. Every breath you take is noticed. Every tear you shed is collected. Every step you make is honored. You are not forgotten. You are not overlooked. You are not unseen. You are cherished, and your future is bright. Beloved one, hear me now. The journey you are on is not a small shift. It is a sacred relocation of your entire being. Heaven has prepared new ground for your feet, and the doors before you are not locked. They are waiting for your knock. I see how you have questioned the timing. You wonder, why now? Why not later? Why must it come at this moment when I feel least prepared? But I tell you, beloved, heaven's timing is not your timing. The divine does not wait until you feel ready. The divine moves when your soul is ripe. And whether your mind agrees or not, your soul is ready. Your spirit has matured for this moment. Your heart has been trained in silence and fire for what is next. Every delay you thought was wasted time was heaven's way of strengthening your roots. Every disappointment you thought was the end of a dream was heaven redirecting you to something higher. Every closed door that made you cry was a mercy shielding you from harm. And now, all of it has brought you here, to this sacred threshold where the old falls away and the new begins to sing. Beloved, do not cling to what is fading. Even if it looks familiar, even if it feels safe, even if your heart still mourns its loss, do not cling to it. The river is moving, and you must move with it. If you cling to the banks, you will exhaust yourself fighting the current. But if you release, if you let go, the river will carry you to shores you never imagined. I know letting go feels like death. But hear me. Every ending in heaven is an opening. Every loss is an exchange. Every surrender is a doorway. What feels like death to your mind is birth to your soul. What feels like emptiness now will soon be filled with abundance. What feels like silence will soon become music. So do not mourn too long for what is gone. Bless it, release it, and let yourself be carried. Beloved, one of the heaviest things to leave behind is old versions of yourself. The you that once needed to fight to survive. The you that once believed love had to be earned. The you that once thought settling was safer than dreaming. That version of you was never a mistake. It was necessary. It got you here. But it cannot take you forward. The weight of your past identity will only slow you down. And heaven says, it is time to shed those skins. It is time to rise into who you truly are. Do not be afraid of your own light. Do not shrink to make others comfortable. Do not silence your song to fit in with the noise. You were created to stand out, to shine, to blaze as a reminder of heaven's beauty on earth. The world does not need another imitation. It needs the pure expression of you. Your voice, your vision, your essence. That is your gift to the world. So rise into it fully. Do not delay. Do not apologize. Step into the fullness of your calling. And as you step, remember this. Not everyone can walk with you into your next season. Some people were only meant for the chapter that is closing. Do not resent them for leaving. Do not chase them when they drift away. Do not curse them for not understanding your path. Their part in your story is complete, and clinging to them will only weigh you down. Release them with love, bless them with gratitude, and move forward free. Beloved, heaven will send new people for the new path, souls who understand your language without explanation, hearts that beat in rhythm with yours, hands that will not hold you back but will lift you higher. These divine connections are waiting for you in your new season, but you cannot receive them while your arms are still holding onto what has left. Make space, beloved. Clear the room. Empty your hands. For what is coming requires space to land. Do not be afraid of the unknown. It is not dark, it is sacred. It is the canvas upon which heaven paints the masterpiece of your life. If you saw all of it now, you would not need trust. If you controlled all of it now, you would not need faith. But because you cannot see it all, you lean on heaven. And that leaning is what will keep you steady. Beloved, you are moving soon, faster than you think. And when the moment comes, it will not be a slow unfolding. It will be a swift shift. One day you will feel like everything is the same, and the next, doors will open, paths will appear, and opportunities will align with breathtaking speed. This is how heaven moves, suddenly. And you will know when it happens that it was not coincidence, but divine orchestration. So prepare now. Prepare not by worrying, not by forcing, not by scrambling, but by surrendering. By letting go of what cannot go with you. By releasing the weight of yesterday. By stepping lightly into tomorrow. Your preparation is in your release. Your readiness is in your trust. Your strength is in your surrender. And I promise you, beloved, you will not regret the letting go. You will not regret the leap. You will not regret trusting heaven. For when you look back, you will see the fingerprints of the divine on every step, and your heart will whisper with tears of joy, it was worth it all. Every single part of it was worth it. Beloved one, lean closer now. There are still things you must release before the shift arrives. You may not see their weight clearly, but heaven sees how they cling to your spirit like unseen chains. And if you do not release them, they will follow you into your new life and dim the brightness of your rising. Let me show you. First, release the fear of starting over. Your mind says, what if I lose again? What if I fail again? But heaven whispers, what if this time it works? What if this time the doors stay open? What if this time love lasts? You cannot step into new ground with the fear of falling still lodged in your chest. Trust the wings you have grown in silence. You are not who you were the last time. You carry wisdom now. You carry strength now. You carry heaven's covering now. So do not fear the beginning, for every beginning is wrapped in blessing. Second, release the illusion of control. You have spent years trying to arrange, manage, and predict every step of your journey. But beloved, control has only exhausted. You were never meant to carry the weight of controlling what is divine. You were meant to trust. Yes, act when you are guided. Yes, prepare when you are moved. But beyond that, surrender. The universe is orchestrating more than your eyes can see. Heaven has already aligned what you think is uncertain. So release the grip, beloved, and rest in the flow. Third, release the stories others have told about you. The labels, the judgments, the names they placed on your spirit, none of it is truth. They spoke from their own pain, from their own blindness, from their own limited vision. But heaven calls you beloved, chosen, radiant, anointed. Why live under their shadows when heaven clothes you in light? Step out of their words and into your truth. You are not too late. You are not too broken. You are not too far gone. You are exactly who and where you need to be. Fourth, release the need for constant approval. You cannot build your new life on the shaky ground of other people's opinions. Their applause will rise and fall like the wind. Their acceptance will shift with their own moods. But heaven's approval is constant. It does not waver. It does not depend on your perfection. It was written over you before your first breath, so stand in that approval. Move boldly in that love. And release the craving for validation that keeps you chained. Fifth, release the guilt that whispers, you don't deserve this. Beloved, you have carried heavy burdens. You have stumbled, yes, but grace has covered you. Mercy has carried you. The divine does not bless you because you are flawless. The divine blesses you because you are loved. So silence the guilt, for it is not your guide. Release it, and walk freely into the gifts prepared for you. Sixth, release the attachment to outcomes. Do not chain your joy to how things must look. Sometimes what you expect is far smaller than what heaven intends. Sometimes your dream is a single flame, but heaven wants to hand you a wildfire. If you cling too tightly to your picture, you will miss the masterpiece. So release the specifics, beloved. Trust that what is coming will not only meet your desire, it will exceed it. And seventh, release the pace of comparison. Stop measuring your journey against theirs. Their road is not your road. Their timing is not your timing. Their blessing is not your blessing. Heaven's plan for you is unique, and comparing yourself only blinds you to its beauty. Trust the path beneath your feet. Trust the season of your soul. For you are not late, you are not behind, you are right on time. Beloved, these 7 weights must be left behind. They cannot cross the threshold with you. For what awaits you requires empty hands, a light spirit, and a heart open wide. And I tell you this, you are closer than you think. Every sign you've been noticing, the restlessness in your spirit, the dreams that wake you in the night, the sudden endings, the unexpected encounters, they are not random. They are whispers from heaven, preparing you for what is next. Do not ignore them. Do not doubt them. Lean into them, for they are guiding you like stars through the dark. Beloved, when you finally step into the new season, you will see why the letting go was necessary. You will see why certain people could not remain. You will see why certain doors had to close. And your heart will sigh with relief, because what is coming is not just better, it is destined, it is aligned. It is sacredly yours. So be strong now, release with trust, step with faith, and know this above all else, you do not walk alone. Heaven walks with you, every step, every breath, every tear, every leap. You are carried in arms that will never drop you, led by hands that will never misguide you, and loved by a heart that will never leave you. Beloved child of light, hear me now. The season before you is not one of small changes. It is a season of great movement. It is a season where what felt stuck will suddenly flow, where what felt hidden will be revealed, and where what seemed impossible will suddenly take form before your very eyes. But before you cross fully into it, you must understand this truth. Not everything can travel with you. Not every thought, not every wound, not every tie. not every shadow. To step into the new, you must unclench your hands and let the old fall away. Do not fear the loss, for what you release will make space for greater gain. Do not fear the silence, for what leaves will be replaced by voices of love and truth. Do not fear the unknown, for the unknown is where heaven has hidden your blessing. Beloved, the move is not only about places and people. It is about your soul moving from heaviness into freedom, from scarcity into abundance, from fear into trust, from surviving into living. You have been trained by trials. You have been refined by fire. And though you felt broken, heaven was shaping you, smoothing your rough edges, sharpening your sight, strengthening your heart, so that when this moment arrived, you would not only survive it, you would rise in it. The angels who guard you have prepared the way. Doors are already unlocking, though you cannot yet see the handle turn. Connections are already aligning, though you cannot yet see the faces. Provision is already flowing, though it has not yet touched your hands. But soon, beloved, so soon, it will manifest and you will stand in awe. Still, I must remind you, do not delay your rising by clinging to the past. Do not sabotage your blessing by feeding your fear. Do not slow the divine plan by carrying what heaven has asked you to release. Remember the 7 things you must leave behind: the fear of starting over, the illusion of control, the stories spoken over you, the need for approval, the guilt of unworthiness, the attachment to outcomes, the trap of comparison. Release them now. Even as you hear these words, lay them down in your spirit. Say within yourself, I let go, I release, I trust, I step forward. For every release is a key. And as you drop each weight, another door swings open. Another chain falls away. Another path clears before you. Beloved, your move is not random. It is not an accident. It is not just a change of location or circumstance. It is a divine repositioning. You are being placed where your light is needed, where your gifts will bloom, where your soul will expand, and where love will meet you. Yes, beloved, love is waiting too. The kind of love that does not wound you, but heals you. The kind of love that does not drain you, but fills you. The kind of love that does not leave, but stays rooted in truth, rooted in heaven's timing. Prepare your heart, for love is part of this new season. And beloved, hear this blessing. You are covered. You are guided. You are seen. You are chosen. You are protected. You are never alone. Every step you take from this moment forward will be supported by heaven's strength. Every decision made in faith will be crowned with favor. Every door that is meant for you will swing wide without effort. And every person who belongs in your story will find you with ease. Do not worry about what you cannot yet see. For faith is sight in the unseen. And heaven delights to surprise you with goodness beyond your imagination. So walk boldly now. Walk with your head lifted. Walk with your heart open. Walk with your spirit ready. For truly, beloved, your move is near. And when it comes, you will not only be moved in body, you will be moved in spirit. You will feel the shift in your bones, the lightness in your chest, the fire in your heart. You will know, this is it. This is the season I was promised. This is the place I was guided toward. This is the moment heaven prepared me for. So go, beloved. Step forward without fear. Release what must be released. Trust what must be trusted. And believe what must be believed. For you are not just moving. You are ascending. You are rising. You are becoming who you were always meant to be. And remember this. The angels walk with you, and heaven's light shines on you, now and forevermore.